So it's another exciting day at Mackenzie Health. It seems that we're in this room quite a bit with a lot of announcements over the last number of months and the last year, and today's no different. So thank you for joining us. It's my privilege and pleasure to extend a warm welcome to our board of directors. John Mills is here as chair of the board. Welcome, John. Members of the Mackenzie Health team, thank you for attending today. And our special guests from Philips, celebrating our managed equipment service agreement that we've signed. This is an amazing partnership with Philips, and you'll hear a lot more about it over the next few minutes. So very pleased to have members of the Philips team, and they will speak to their perspective of this amazing partnership that we've created. So Philips is a gigantic player in medical equipment, and we are so excited to have them on board with Mackenzie Health. We've been talking about this for some time to find an innovative way to build a long-standing relationship around medical equipment. And as you can appreciate, and as you've seen the evolution in healthcare, technology is driving the care that we provide day in, day out. And for us, access to consistent, reliable equipment has been a challenge. We know in the end that technology can enable us to provide faster diagnosis and more timely and efficient care. And outside of our construction contracts, this is the single largest agreement that Mackenzie Health has ever signed. So this is quite amazing. As John can tell you, when this came before the board last month, there were some pretty big gulps around the size of the contract they were approving. But I think the agenda that Mackenzie Health is on and the caliber of a company that Philips is made it that much easier for the board to understand why we're moving forward. So the partnership includes procurement, installation, maintenance, and training for medical equipment, and it will also include what we need to install and equip the new Mackenzie Vaughan Hospital for. We've learned from other healthcare organizations that technology has a huge impact on the care delivery processes, and it can be very challenging for staff and physicians to learn new equipment while they're moving into new physical space. So we're very blessed that we've actually secured Philips so early in our build process for Vaughan. We are also very thoughtful around the fact that we can do better than others around us. So we're learning from organizations like Humber and Philips to say, what did you learn? What would you do differently? And I think everything that's in this deal has learned on the lessons of others that have gone before. So we're very pleased to keep pushing that envelope, and others will learn from us as well and make things that much better. And that's what is great about our healthcare system in Ontario. So through this partnership, Philips will ensure that Mackenzie is appropriately trained and ready to operate new technology that will be both at the Mackenzie Richmond Hill site and the new Mackenzie Vaughan Hospital. So we need to ensure, and the key message to our staff and our community is that both hospitals will be equipped with the latest and greatest technology. And I'd like to share with you a video that actually was just created a few days ago that highlights the partnership and what it will mean in Mackenzie Health. So we'll show that video now.
Societies around the world are faced with the challenges of a rapidly growing, aging global population and a rise in chronic and lifestyle-related diseases. Our large-scale partnership models support managed services and offer a framework where we can innovate new business models together and share accountability, as well as capitalize on the very best of the latest technology. The goal is to help customers like Mackenzie Health create long-term sustained patient value while managing cost, complexity, and risk.
At Mackenzie Health, patients are at the heart of everything we do. We are an organization known for the quality and efficiency in which we provide care each and every day. As we continue to grow and build a new Mackenzie Vaughan Hospital, we are seeking partners to help us on this journey. We are ecstatic to have selected Philips as one of those partners. With Philips as our partner, we know we will not only be able to improve the quality and efficiency of care, but also enhance the patient experience.
For the last 75 years in Canada, we have adapted our business to meet the changing needs of customers. Today, we continue to lead the market with innovative solutions that span across the health continuum. Mackenzie Health is the latest example of how we are building a new reality where medical technology suppliers and health organizations can work together to expand the access to quality, and innovative care that can improve patient outcomes.
Hospitals are complex organizations which are challenged to deliver excellent healthcare within a limited budget. We chose to partner with Philips for their knowledge of workflows in the hospital environment, as well as their expertise in medical technology optimization, training, maintenance capability, IT integrations, and data analytics. Their ability to work with us as an early advisor in the design and strategic planning process of our smart hospital vision is what set them apart.
Both Mackenzie Health and Philips understand that the industry needs to make a shift from acute and standalone solutions to preventative care and integrated technologies that give a total view, helping to provide care to the patient when and where they need it.
Philips' flexible payment model makes cost of the procurement and maintenance of equipment more predictable and enables us to better manage annual costs. We want to expand the quality of care we can offer to patients across Southwest York Region and beyond, and we are confident this partnership will help us achieve this goal.
Thank you, the Philips production crew. You have to be amazed. They delivered that video in a matter of a day or two, so it's quite remarkable, especially when some of us were not the greatest speakers on the video. So thank you for your editing ability, Philips. Now, to tell you a little bit more about the partnership and how it will help us today and into the future, it's my pleasure to welcome Richard Tam to the podium. He is our Executive Vice President and CAO and very much instrumental in driving this agenda. Richard, please come to the podium.
Thank you, Alta. This is a really exciting day. It's like a baby finally born after a year and something. Biologically, medically incorrect. But what the heck. This is a very exciting day for our organization, and we really look forward to working with Philips to further Mackenzie Health visions to create a world-class health experience. As you know, hospitals need to constantly evolve medical equipment to keep up with the advancement in medical technology. Just in case you don't, just talk to Peter and Amir. This is a very expensive, and they know that, and it has impact on budgets for the entire organization, especially when we're including the cost of maintenance and training. As many of you know, I don't like to spend money, unless it is absolutely necessary. And in this case, in healthcare, medical equipment is both necessary and expensive. I believe we have made a very important strategic investment in enabling our healthcare team to have access to the best medical equipment available to provide diagnosis and care accurately and efficiently. We are excited to offer a new level of equipment management at Mackenzie Health that will help establish a new standard for technology access and reliability. The equipment scope in this partnership will include, but not limited to, the following area. Of course, medical imaging, pharmacy, peri-op, critical care, medical and surgical inpatient, women and child program, cardiac and respiratory, emergency medicine equipment, just to name a few. This is not a small list, and it's regularly being maintained and upgraded. This equipment, this long list of equipment is not a small task. This is the number of individual pieces of medical equipment included is about approximately 80 equipment that is currently at Mackenzie Richmond Hill Hospital, and we'll be adding approximately 2,100 pieces of equipment when we open Mackenzie Vaughan. Amir is nodding, I'm sure you're happy about that. Philips, as our partner, taking care of all these medical equipment will then allow us to do what we do best, which is taking care of patients and not getting equipment service or finding them. With access to the best and latest medical equipment, we are well positioned to achieve our visions of a smart hospital. Thank you to Philips teams for understanding and embracing our smart hospital visions. We look forward to working as a strategic partner in making these innovative visions a reality. Thank you very much, and it's my great pleasure to welcome Alta back, and he signed all the checks. So
our next speaker is Brent Schaefer. He's President and CEO of Philips North America, and Brent flew down from the US for this event to celebrate this amazing moment for Mackenzie Health, but also for Philips. So Brent, please come to the podium.
Well, it's really a pleasure and an honor to be here with you. And we're inspired by your vision and inspired by this opportunity to celebrate together. I mentioned this morning, getting on the plane, we sent out at, I think, precisely 8:01 a.m. An announcement, a global announcement to all our employees around the world about this relationship as a point of pride for us. And across North America, which we have 23,000 employees across the United States and Canada, a more detailed announcement about the scope of the agreement. So there's a lot of excitement, and I can tell you everyone in Philips now knows about Mackenzie, and they will all be brand advocates for you as they speak with their customers and their associates in the market. So at Philips, if you know us, you know something about us. If you don't, I would tell you it's important to know Philips, our mission is to improve the lives of billions of people throughout the world through meaningful innovation. And that's what we strive to do. And we see this opportunity and this partnership as a great opportunity to do that together, right, here in Mackenzie, here in Canada. We're very proud to have the opportunity to work with you, to support you, with world-class healthcare providers around the world. And in this MES, a large-scale type project, we have actually a lot of history and experience here. One of the early relationships we had was in Belfast. There was another very large one in Karolinska in Sweden. In the United States, Georgia Regents about 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, and then earlier this year, Westchester, which is north of New York City, a large experience there. So we look forward to building on this experience and bringing what we've learned together with you to take this whole opportunity further, really to a new level. And I think maybe something we all share is our passion around quality of care and delivering quality care. I know that's what you're about, that's what we're about too, and I want you to know that. So in addition to bringing the technology and tools, our hope here is to bring best practices, best business practices, clinical and financial data integration, equipment design practices into one integrated solution that really helps to get at these outcomes. So we're so proud to be here with you, celebrating today and starting this journey together. We really appreciate the opportunity. Thank you very much.
So I want to echo some of Ian's comments around thanking the team that actually got this deal done. Negotiations are never easy, and I think Terry was by far tough, right, Ian?
Yes, yes.
And obviously she had a whole team backing her up, as you saw. Ian mentioned many key people from Mackenzie Health that made sure that for Mackenzie Health, for the taxpayers of Ontario, and for the innovation that we're moving forward on, this was the best deal going forward. And I have to wonder, Ian, if you're really cheap and Richard is really cheap.
You're never going to get any.
Richard, we did get the better deal, right? We got the upper hand?
Win-win.
So I hope the staff do appreciate that this was a 2-year exercise to get to this finish line. And we are pushing the envelope at Mackenzie Health. I think you see that day in, day out. And innovation is never easy because it takes a lot of effort to convince a lot of other parties that this is the best thing to do. So we had significant dialogue with Ministry of Health, with Infrastructure Ontario, to ensure that in the end, people were buying into our vision and the value proposition that was being put forward, not only by Mackenzie Health, but by Philips. So we are ecstatic that this 18-year relationship, and maybe longer, is with a company like Philips. We think we are going to do amazing things both at the Richmond Hill Hospital and at the Vaughan Hospital. And we are so ecstatic, Philips, that you've chosen to partner with Mackenzie Health, and likewise we're partnering with you. It's a two-way relationship. And I know there's going to be some bumps along the way, but I do think the relationship and the trust that's in this room between these parties will enable us to overcome some of these future challenges and really celebrate the opportunities. So thank you to Philips. Thank you to all of Mackenzie Health staff that have chosen to spend a few hours with us, an hour with us, I guess. And this is a time to celebrate now. So there's refreshments to your left. And again, amazing day for Mackenzie Health. So thank you for being here.